Hi, I'm Rebecca, and this is my vlog about knitting. I'm still in my bedroom because my kids are downstairs because it's Saturday, and so I'm up here. This is my vlog where I talk about knitting, I talk about my life, I talk about anything I want, and hope that you guys hang out with me while I do that. I have 5 kids. I have 2 dogs still. They're still alive, kicking. They haven't starved to death yet, despite what they think a lot of the time. And I have a boyfriend. And so we all live here in Silverdale, Washington, and I knit a lot. That's my thing. Okay, so I already did this once, but I had to start over like 7 minutes in. Okay, I finished the second glove for my children. I was talking yesterday about how I knit the one glove, and they were so excited because it was wool and it was the best ever. They reminded me of the corn kid. Have you guys seen him? He's adorable. Cutest kid in the entire world with his like love of corn. My kids were like that with the wool. They thought this was the best thing ever. So I was so excited, and I knit them a second one. And they were so excited, and I'm saying they because I mean both of my girls. Okay, they were so excited. They're both excited, right? Like they had all the same emotions, and they both were like, "These are too itchy. They're too itchy, Mom. They itch." Well, you know what? I had them try them on first, and they were like, "Oh, this is so great. These are great." And I made the second one, and they're like, itchy. They're itchy. They're almost my size. They're just a little too short. If they were a little longer, I could totally wear these, which is a bummer because now I have these woolen gloves. They're not that great a quality. Like here, I accidentally did a yarn over, so I just kind of kept going. So it's not like I could like gift these or something, but for my own kids, I'm like, well, they're probably fine just to keep them warm at the bus stop. But apparently they're itchy. They're itchy. I should keep these just in like in a cold emergency. I can have them in my pocket and I can look dumb as hell, but that's okay because I'll be like, whatever, my hands are warm. I look stupid, but you're cold. Maybe I'll do that because honestly, I don't know what else to do with these. These are the World's Simplest Mittens by Tin Can Knits. It is a free pattern. It is very easy, very memorizable, written for all different weights and sizes, fingering to chunky. This is Cascade Eco Plus, so it's a bulky weight yarn. This went really fast. And now my kids hate them. So I was like, well, maybe I'll just cast on some superwash mittens for them so they're not itchy. And then I couldn't figure that out. I don't know, I just didn't feel like it. So I cast on another snap hat by Tin Can Knits. This is a paid for pattern. I cast on for the child size and then increased to the adult small so that the brim won't flip out like it has been, or like it's been folding under, so it's been a little wild. So this is it. It's pink to mint. That was not intentional. I was gonna do pink to blue, I think. Pink to purple, I think was my original plan. And I used this pink yarn that I have that was like Christmassy. It was like baby pink and mint with black speckles, and I threw that in there because I'm like, well, pink, it'll be fine. It wasn't fine. It looked minty, and I was like, okay, well, I guess we're doing pink and mint now. The kids like it. They think it's cool. It's not itchy, so they don't have a problem with it. So yeah, Snap Hat by Tin Can Knits. It's a $6 pattern. And I've made like, what, 6 of these now? 7 of these now? So I guess it's honestly worth the money if you make a whole ton. And they go so fast. This is like one Christmas movie. Or a regular movie, but we've been watching a lot of Christmas movies. So yesterday we watched Home Alone, Christmas Chronicles, something else, I don't remember. Christmas Train, which I did not do a very good job of watching because I'm not great at following along with movies that I have never seen before because I like to knit while I watch movies. So it seemed fine though. So then I'll probably try to watch it again actually. It looked really cute. I finished this and then I was like, well, I'll cast on another pair of gloves then and we'll do that. But I didn't cast on another pair of mittens. I cast on another snap hat because that's what I do with my life now. I have so many scraps that I'm trying to work through, and so snap hats are the perfect way to get through that. So purple and yellow. It doesn't look quite as barfy in person. I dyed this yarn like 5 or 6 years ago, back when I decided to dye yarn with my sister, not for like selling it or anything, but just to like have fun experimenting with it. And so I dyed up this really cool lavender and yellow. It's got some accidental green speckles in it because it's like the third skein of yarn I ever dyed. So it's this lavender and bright neon yellow, which I really like it. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just a single ply and I don't really know what to do with variegated single plies, so it's going in a snap hat. That's the plan. And so I have this yellow orange from the Crafty Toads. And so I'm just like holding these together and I'm just gonna mix in purple and yellow scraps as I come to them, I guess. I mean, I don't know. And I just found this mohair, this purple mohair. I know that I said I don't like mohair hats, and that is true. I already said it. It's in my unpopular knitting opinions video, but I'm also a hypocrite who gets cold. So, you know. I don't know, maybe the kids will like it. Maybe it won't tangle their hair. I have like cobweb hair, so it's really like thin and fine. See? It's thin and fine and really tangly. So this is my new plan. So since I talked to you last, I have knit an entire mitten, an entire hat, and I have cast on for another hat. The only reason I didn't get further on this was because my boyfriend is sick and he went to bed early. And yeah, I just wasn't able to work on it after that for reasons. Okay, so anyway, there you go. There's the start of a snap hat. I did the same thing where I cast on with the child size and then moved up to the adult size to fix the brim problem that I was having. See, now it doesn't fold over, just stays nice. Okay, so that's the knitting I've done. I've been looking at advent patterns. I took the morning and started looking seriously at that. It's hard to figure out what to do with it because it's a lot of yarn, and I'm thinking that I'm gonna go with some kind of wrap or like poncho type deal. I don't know, but I do know that I don't necessarily want to start off little and then move on to something. So on Christmas Eve, I have like this massive, like, you know what I mean? I don't necessarily want to do that. I'm thinking more like either a rectangle or, I don't know, something that doesn't get bigger. Preferably something that doesn't require me to actually knit the entire length of something. I don't know. I'm not sure. I haven't figured that out yet. I did think of an advent pattern I haven't shared with you guys, but I haven't finished it. But I did make an advent calendar, an advent pattern last summer, 2 summers ago. And it worked out really well. I should share that with you guys tomorrow. Don't let me forget. Okay, so let's see. Nothing happened. My kids are all sick and we all have a cold. I don't have a cold. Everybody else has a cold. I have avoided it thus far, so I'm probably going to be pretty sick in a little bit. That's probably going to hit me pretty hard. It's not the flu. It's not COVID. It's not RSV. It is just a cold. And as somebody who cannot take cold medications or flu medications at all, to me, it doesn't even matter. Cold, flu, COVID, RSV, it's all the same. It doesn't matter to me at all. I'm just going to feel like crap and I'm going to have to power through. So hopefully it's okay. Hopefully I'm okay. Maybe I'll be the only one who doesn't get sick. That would be great. So I'm kind of hiding from them for that reason. Let's see. Nothing else. Okay. I want to talk again about Falling for Christmas because there were some feelings about that. I'm going to go ahead and spoil the whole movie for you. So if you haven't seen it and you want to see it and you have never watched a Hallmark movie and you have no idea how they end, it might be a good time to stop watching. So, Falling for Christmas. Okay, so what I was trying to convey yesterday is that traumatic brain injuries are not fun. They're not cute. They're not adorable. They're not a fun little Christmas story. Traumatic brain injuries are serious. It's an actual injury. Like, I don't understand why it's socially acceptable in 2022 to be using traumatic brain injuries as a cute and fun, heartwarming Christmas movie subject. It doesn't make sense to me at all that this is what we're doing in 2022. So like I said before, I was in a relationship with somebody who had a traumatic brain injury and lost their entire memory. And it was the most horrible thing I've ever gone through in my entire life, and I have gone through some shit. So it was not fun, and it was not cute, and it was not heartwarming, and it wasn't Christmassy, and it wasn't adorable. And no, it sucks, actually. It doesn't suck. So what happens in this movie is this girl is a spoiled brat, billionaire, and she falls and hits her head, and get it falling for Christmas. Hilarious, right? We're all laughing our heads off. So we watched Elf too. So she goes to the hospital and she's like, I don't know who I am, but I don't want to be here. Like, that's the only thing I know in life. And they were like, some small town guy shows up and is like, I'll take care of her. She doesn't know who he is, but the hospital staff is like, this is a good idea. 100%. Yeah, sure. Just take her. Like, whatever. Get her out of here. So small town guy takes her home, and she's like, has no personality apparently whatsoever, because she just molds into their family that they've got going on. And they're like, what's your name? Well, like, what should it be? And she's like, I don't know. How about Sarah? And they're like, okay, Sarah seems like a good plan. And she's just, okay, I'm Sarah now. And she just like melds in with this family, and they're doing like Christmassy stuff. And she's like, yay, this is the best ever. And they're doing all these hometown fun things that she would have never done as a spoiled rich girl, right? And then she's just happy with it. She's like okay with it. I think a couple times she wonders, like, I wonder why nobody's trying to find me. And they're like, oh, well, let's go bake some cookies. And then her dad shows up with her fiance, and they're like, hey, what's up? We're your family. And she was like, ah, dang, I was in love with this guy, but I guess that's okay, cool. I'm gonna go hang out with my dad now. And then she goes back to her old life for a little while, but she doesn't like, she retains this old town, old homey personality that she's like developed. She maintains that. And it's been like, I don't know, a week at the most. It hasn't been very long. I don't remember the time frame here, but it is still Christmas. All right. And this happened during Christmas. So this is a very short period of time. She goes back home to her dad and she's like, yay, this is my life now, but I'm still old timey and I don't understand rich people things. I only understand how to make cookies and make my own breakfast. That's all I know how to do now. That is not how traumatic brain injuries work. That is not how that works at all. And yes, sometimes people get traumatic brain injuries and recover. That does happen. And maybe their relationship even still works. And that also happens. But it is a long road. It is long and hard and traumatic for everybody involved. Seeing that the person that you love lose everything about themselves is, whether it's dementia or a traumatic brain injury, probably one of the hardest things in the world that a person can go through. That is horrible. And it's not a cute Christmas movie. It's not. Now, obviously, you can have your Christmas movies that surround illness, and I totally understand that. Obviously, you can have a movie about all kinds of illnesses, and some might get better and some don't. But you can't just make somebody with a traumatic brain injury better by loving them and welcoming them into your home. They're not gonna. It doesn't work like that. It's not like that. And imagine for a second actually losing your memory, like actually waking up and not knowing who you are or what your name is or anything else about you. You're not gonna go hang out with some old-timey Christmas tree farm owner and just accept that they're gonna call you something else now and just move on with your life and be like, okay, I guess I'm Sarah now. Guess I'll just make cookies with you guys. Oh well, not gonna bother like trying to find my family or submitting my DNA or anything. I'm just gonna hang out here until somebody hopefully finds me. And it just made me mad. It just made me mad because there's a lot of scenarios that people can be in where they fall in love with somebody else besides the person they're engaged to that don't involve traumatic situations, traumatic brain injuries. Because they're not funny and they're not cute and they're not adorable. And yeah, that's it. I'm still mad about it. I'm still going on about it. Yeah, I am actually. But, you know, thanks for understanding, I guess. There's that. Anyway, now that I'm traumatized and I've thoroughly traumatized everybody else, I guess I'm gonna go. What am I gonna knit today? I don't know. Should I work on my hand or should I cast on something new? I should cast on something new, huh? I agree. I don't know. Anyway, I might look around, try to find some DK white yarn or something to knit my children, my ungrateful children, mittens. So, I don't know. We'll see. Okay, well, this is 15 minutes, so I'm gonna go. Have a good one. Bye.